You get parenting, you know, sorted, and then they just do something new next week. Now, that's why you should talk to Kathy Fray. She's our next guest. She's a midwife, a mother of 3, and a best-selling author, and she's got a new book coming out on how to parent with spirit. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you.
This is a new book. It's called Oh, Grow Up, and I really want to ask you, because you go to the bookstore and the bookshops are littered with parenting books. Why should people choose yours?
Probably most people will choose my book, I think, because they've read my first book. So they just like my style of writing.
Which was Oh Baby, which was about birthing and the getting it out. Yeah,
yeah. My book's just a little bit different from most parenting books because it is looking at the body and the mind and the spirit. I think we spend a lot of time concentrating these days on looking after the body of the child and its nutrition, and then we talk about the mind and its academic development. But somewhere along the way we've sort of forgotten the fact that it's the spirit of our children that we love the most about them usually.
So how do we foster that and grow that? And when you mean spirit, what do you mean?
Their life force, just who they are, or who they are, what they are, who they stand for, their personality, their beliefs, their likes, their dislikes, all of that aspect of who they are. Yeah.
So how do you foster that with you know, from a toddler to a preteen? What are we, 2 to 10? Just say 2 to 12.
Read the book. Mainly, to me, it's a matter of consciously doing it. You know, we can consciously go out there and spend a whole lot of time putting effort into our kids' soccer or their dancing or these things, and we may not ever think that they're going to become this fantastic soccer player, yet we put hours into it. But we want them to be a joyful, loving person, and how many hours do we kind of put into even mentioning the topic to them? You know, how to be a joyful person, or...
So how do you have a conversation about joy with a preteen or a 5-year-old? How do you get it down to their level?
What I suggest, and what we've done with our kids, is it's just part of the ethos of our family. It's just how we deal with life, you know? Like, one of the things, as an example, is with bullying, and I say to the kids, you know, only hurting people hurt people, you know? So if somebody's bullying you, you just kind of have to have a little bit of sympathy and a little bit of empathy for them, because maybe actually they're hurting inside. Because if they're a really happy person, they can't do that to you. So it's all those kind of what I call earth school rules of, you know, reap what you sow, and understanding the rules of life, of how things happen and how things work.
And you're talking a lot about, rather than just run them from soccer to hockey to cricket, that maybe you just might want to just take them to the beach and just hang out with them and just...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And just be in the now and just spend time with them.
Yeah. Is it parents too busy these days?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's that hyper-parenting debate. We're all busy, but maybe it's a case, I think, of not necessarily slowing everything down, but actually staying in the now a little bit more sometimes, you know. And I find it really sad when parents will be looking forward to the next stage of their child instead of being with that stage that they're with right now. You know, with the little wee baby saying, oh, I can't wait till it can sit up, you know, or I can't wait till she can run. Or,
yes, I've done that.
Yeah.
I can't wait till Marley can crawl. And
yeah,
you know,
and you actually miss right now what's going on, because time does go quick.
And if you talk to your parents, they're going to say, you know, that the time is so short, so cherish what you have right now rather than looking ahead. Yeah,
just try and be in the now.
Now, this stuff, to be honest, to some people is going to sound quite airy-fairy, but there are also some practical bits in the book about, say, for instance, heaven forbid, turn TV off, say, at midday most days.
Oh, there's hugely practical stuff in there, yeah. Shall I outline the book a little bit?
Go on.
OK, so there's 4 sections to the book. The first section is what I call the age stage overview. So that goes into each of the different ages between the toddler and the preteen, about their brain development, their emotional development, so you understand what's going up to and what they're up to, and there's things in there like, you know, best toys for that age and that sort of thing. So that's loads of practical. Then the second section of the book is outlining what I call parenting with physiological IQ. So it's understanding their body inside out, understanding that we're a rubbish in, rubbish out kind of thing, and
understanding that toddlers are destruction machines.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's their destiny. They're just a hazard waiting to happen.
I'm starting to develop a little destruction machine in my house.
Yeah, because they're fully mobile but have no common sense.
Yep, yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah, and then the the third section in the book is parenting using intellectual IQ. So that's really, really getting to understand your own unique child's personality, inside out and back to front, because often their personalities are so different from who we are as parents, you know, and
so our logic is not their logic.
No, and it's not necessarily to do with their age, it could be just to do with who they are. And then the last section of the book is what I call parenting their spirit with soulful IQ.
Which is what we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about in the green room a little bit, which is going in, and I do 21 practical parenting tips and then 21 what I call universal principles of how Earth School works.
Brilliant. We're going to run out the door in just a second, but I want to talk about the 21 practical tips, because you guys at home, I know you love your tips. I do. There's 21 on the book. We're going to run through a few.
Okay.
Parents need to parent, not befriend. That's a lot of that going on.
Children can make lots of friends, but they can't make parents. Yeah. You know, when your kids have grown up and left the home, or actually these days they tend to stay home a lot longer because they're still at university, they're still at school. But, you know, at some stage, let's say at least by 18, it's probably time for us to stop parenting and actually become their friend. But... not
too early.
Yeah. You know, not too early.
But let's just hold on. Coupledom becomes full familydom. That means love your wife or your husband or whoever is helping you parent. Clear boundaries equal personal freedom. That's an interesting one. Yeah.
If the kids know absolutely black and white what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, then it gives them complete freedom, because they can act any way that they want because they know where the boundaries are. It's like putting a fence up in the backyard, and then the toddler can go anywhere in the backyard because they've got a clear boundary.
Brilliant. Hey, thank you so much for coming in. There's 18 more tips in your book. Oh Grow Up. You're at the Parents and Kids Show in Wellington this weekend.
Yes, TSB Arena, Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. till 5.
A plug if ever I heard one. Thank you so much for coming in.